Okay.
You ready? Okay, Hannah! Which of our literary devices do you think underscores parts of a poem the most, and why?
Okay. I think repetition does because it's like you're retelling something that you already said, which means that it's really important.
Okay, does anyone agree with her? William, why? Why do you think repetition underscores poetry the most?
Sometimes when I see multiple things at once that mean the same thing, it leaves a print on my brain.
Okay, prints on your brain. Nathan, do you disagree or agree with Hannah?
I disagree.
Okay, why?
Because it's just one thing that you can use in a poem.
Okay, for you, do any of them underscore poetry more than the other?
Probably stanza.
Okay, creating stanzas, how?
Because stanzas make up all poems.
Okay, actually that is true. Andrew, which one jumps out at you the most? What do you think is highest on the hierarchy of literary devices?
I would probably say free verse because it's basically you're free to write what you want. You can be yourself. You don't have to follow any rule, rhyme scheme, or like anything. It's your choice.
Okay, would anyone else put free verse higher on the poetic hierarchy than rhyme scheme verse? Nick, why?
Because like how you say you're the god of your own universe when you write a poem. So like you can like add anything you want to, like repetition or anything in the poem, and you're like free of doing it.
Okay. Someone else want to pick one that's not up, that hasn't been talked about yet? Jables.
I think metaphor is greater because it gives, like, instead of saying like a boat or something like that, you can actually say it is a boat.
Okay, so you would definitely put metaphor higher than simile. Who agrees? Hannah, why?
Because
You know I love the power of why.
I think a metaphor, whenever it says it like is a rainbow, you have to figure out why he thinks that instead of it saying it's like rainbow.
Okay. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up, Jables. We're going to listen to some songs in a little bit that play with metaphor and simile. Tristan, tell us another one. What do you think underscores parts of a poem the most when you're reading? What smacks you in the face when you read?
Probably the imagery, because it's like going into detail of like where and who the person is like in the poem and where the character in the poem is at.
You see, I didn't even have to ask Jables the power of why. Kenzie.
I think symbolism is like one of the most important literary devices because it gives you an image in your head of what they're describing.
Okay. Anyone want to make a case for onomatopoeia? No? Okay. Alyssa, you don't agree with it, but make a case for onomatopoeia. Pretend. How could onomatopoeia underscore a poem more than everything else?
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
It describes it more. It makes it sound better.
Because you hear noise coming from the poem? Scott, can you make a case for hyperbole?
That's what I was gonna do. Okay. I think that emphasizes it a little bit more because it exaggerates more and it tries to get their point across that if you say I'm so hungry I could eat an elephant, it's trying to say you're really hungry.
Okay.
It's just a different way to describe it.
Okay. Alex, Mr. Scarpetti. When you're reading a poem, what underscores part of a poem more than anything else for you? Okay. How you feel? Okay. In what way?
Well, because
You got this.
If you don't feel anything in the poem,
Then what?
then you're not
Okay, if a poem doesn't make you feel something, it's not that great of a poem. Let me ask you this, guys. In terms of choosing vocabulary, okay, let me ask one more. When a poet uses vocabulary that's higher on the word hierarchy, these big, highfalutin words, does it excite you? Does it draw you into the poem, or does it repel you? It repel? Let me see hands. Who does it repel? Why, Jake?
I don't know.
Jables.
It's probably because because vocabulary that you don't understand, and you think that it makes you feel like hard to read.
Okay. Anyone want to make a case for highfalutin vocabulary? When you're reading and you see big words, it excites you. Why don't you go to a dictionary? Nathan. Why?
When you have big words, you always want to look back at the poem to find out what it means.
Okay, fair enough.